Welcome back to Visa Verge News, your source for the latest in immigration and cross-border updates. Today, we're diving into a major story that's creating ripples across North America. Travel from Canada to the United States has dropped a staggering 40% this February compared to last year. What's behind this drastic decline, and what does it mean for the tourism industry on both sides of the border? Joining me to unpack this is my co-host, Daniel.
Thanks, Evelyn. This is a fascinating and complex topic. A 40% drop is no small change. It's significant, and there are several factors driving this trend. From political tensions and economic challenges to shifting consumer values, it's clear this is part of a larger story. Let's start with the political angle.
Right, politics absolutely play a big role here. On March 4th, U.S. President Donald Trump announced new tariffs on Canadian goods. These tariffs, effective immediately, have caused a lot of frustration and even outrage among Canadians. Many see these measures as unfair or even a betrayal of cross-border relations. As a result, some Canadians seem to be boycotting U.S. travel as a sort of symbolic protest.
That's a good point. The political relationship between the two countries clearly impacts consumer behavior. But beyond politics, there's the economic issue. The Canadian dollar has been weak for months, hovering around 70 cents US. That's making trips to the US significantly more expensive for Canadians, especially when you factor in accommodation, shopping, and meals. For many, it just doesn't feel worth it anymore.
Exactly. Why spend more when you can get better value elsewhere, right? It's not just politics and economics, though. There's also been a noticeable shift in societal values. Flight Center's spokeswoman, Amra Durakovic, highlighted that Canadians are increasingly aligning their travel choices with their beliefs. Many now prefer destinations that reflect their values, socially and politically. It's a fascinating shift in mindset.
It really is. And if we look at the numbers, it all starts to add up. Flight Center reported that 1 in 5 Canadians canceled their trips to the U.S. between December 2024 and March 2025. That's a huge number, Evelyn. Airlines are feeling the impact too. Flair Airlines saw a 24% drop in U.S.-bound flights this March. Air Transat experienced a 12% decline, and Sunwing Airlines went even further by canceling all its U.S. routes for the season.
Those cancellations say a lot about the demand or lack thereof for U.S. travel right now. Meanwhile, other destinations are clearly reaping the benefits. Let's talk about where Canadians are going instead. Europe seems to be a big winner here. Airlines like Air Canada, WestJet, and Air France have added flights to Portugal, Spain, and other European hotspots. What's the appeal there?
Well, Europe offers a mix of culture, scenery, and surprisingly competitive pricing. Plus, for Canadians looking to avoid U.S. political tensions, Europe feels like a neutral alternative. Japan has also emerged as a popular choice, particularly for skiers, thanks to a favorable exchange rate against the yen. Thailand is another standout, combining affordability with a spotlight from the popular TV show White Lotus.
And closer to home, Canadians are exploring domestic options too. While we don't have specific numbers, it's not hard to imagine Canadians choosing to vacation within Canada to avoid both high costs and international travel complexities. It's a natural choice given the circumstances.
Absolutely. But let's not forget the broader economic implications of this trend. The U.S. Travel Association has warned that even a 10% decline in Canadian visitors could mean 2 million fewer trips, over $2 billion in lost revenue, and around 14,000 job losses. With a 40% drop, the fallout could be much worse. Regional economies in the U.S. that rely on Canadian tourism are likely feeling the strain already.
And it's not just the U.S. tourism sector. Canadian airlines are making adjustments too, reducing routes or reallocating capacity to more profitable destinations. Travelers might see higher airfares for non-U.S. routes as demand shifts. It's a domino effect that impacts multiple industries.
It certainly is, and it raises larger questions about how interconnected politics, economics, and consumer behavior are in shaping travel trends. As tariffs and currency challenges persist, this decline in U.S. travel shows no immediate signs of reversing. Instead, it's creating opportunities for other markets while posing challenges for traditional ones.
Well said. The 40% drop in Canadian travel to the U.S. is more than just a statistic. It's a reflection of changing priorities and realities. That's all for today's show. Thanks for tuning in to Visa Verge News.
And remember, for more immigration updates and cross-border travel insights, visit us at visaverge.com. See you next time.